What's going on, guys? So as you saw by the title, we're going to be changing out the fog lamp bezel on a Ford Fusion Sport. This is a different style than the ones I've seen, but to start, we got to remove this main splash pan, and then we got to remove this radiator splash pan to get up and get access to that. So to start, there's going to be 11 of these 10 millimeter bolts. So we'll take that off, and then there's going to be a wide variety of, I believe, 7 millimeter bolts in the bumper and kind of throughout, and also a mix of 10 millimeter bolts. And I'll show you a trick to help you remember where the 10s go, but we'll get the splash pan off first. So before I press onward, basically this whole perimeter with the bumper, that's going to be where your 7 millimeter bolts are, and also along this mud flap, there will be some. However, two were missing right here, but there is a third one that was right here. And it's the same for the other side. And then inside, your 10s are going to be here. And again, that little trick I told you, if the red circle kind of lets you know where the 10s go. And if you are going to be servicing your coolant, changing it out, this is the best way to get access to the drain valve on a Ford Fusion Sport. Quick note before continuing, I did take off the radiator support right there. It was basically just held in with two 13 millimeter bolts on either side, and then also some grommets just holding it in. I popped them out. These don't really do much except just keep it on. It's mostly the bolts which go into this part of the frame, but I pulled those out, and then I can get a lot more room to get a ratchet up there, whereas it was in the way before. So making a little bit of progress here, and I'll keep you posted. Alright guys, so at this point, I got a new angle here. I'm on a ladder, but basically there is 4 screws that were holding it in. One should be right here. This was the only one holding mine in. It was literally just dangling there. There's one on, let's see if we can get it, kind of right there at the end. And then there's 2 more on the bottom, but I just came up here because it's a little easier to show you the top ones. But to actually get the bezel off, it looks like it's just held in with these little clips that are kind of like attached to the bumper. So I'm going to be figuring out how to remove that, and then get the old bezel out, and then the new one in. Alright, so quick update. To get the fog lamp out, there's basically a series of grommets that kind of plug in at certain points. I got those out, and then I also took there's a 13 millimeter holding this windshield fluid reservoir in. I took that out so I could slide it back, and then I kind of just like wiggled this out, and then was able to slide it out. But you don't need to remove the assembly and the lamp. It can all just come out as one. Now we're gonna move to getting this bezel off. Word of caution though, just be very careful with this because these are LED and they are very expensive if you break them. Alright, so I've been going around the perimeter here, but basically all you have to really do is, let's find one right here. So just kind of push up on the actual bumper, and then the bezel will pull off from, so pull it to the inside. I just have to do the top. I can actually show you guys kind of right now. So just, yeah, like I said, kind of push up, and then it'll pop like that. So we just got a few more, and then we'll get this old bezel off. Alright, so of course, as soon as I'm about to fully pull it off, I discover there is one final bolt, kind of just holding it in at the corner right here, just in front of the radiator. So I'm gonna try a 7 millimeter, see if that works. You're gonna need a really compact ratchet to get up in there. So I'll let you know what the size ends up being. And just like that, the final bolt was really tricky. There's just not a lot of room up there. Thankfully my hands are small, but old bezel's out, and you can see where the mounting points broke off. It was literally just held in up here. So it's a good thing that we got the new one in. We're gonna get this old one replaced. So I have the new one, and if you remember right, there's a little spring nut that goes right there. You can just probably take the one off the old one and reuse it for when we put our screw back in. And it's 7mm again. And then on the new one right here, there's some little alignment prongs or whatever you want to call them, and you can kind of just line it up to kind of get a feel for how it goes. And that's really it, but we'll put it back in the car. We'll show you how to do all of that. So the new spring nut is put on, and if you need the part number, I can get it right here. So there it is, W714205S307. And then it's really just about realigning the bezel, kind of just where all these little tabs go. That'll help you get the right idea. And then you can screw the 7mm screw into where it goes up in the corner. So I'm gonna put this in, and then we'll get the fog lamp back in. Alright guys, so a new bezel is installed. I wish I could say it was easy, but a lot of trial and error, just trying to slide it in and basically get this plastic in between this crash bar right here. Was kind of difficult, but once you get it all lined up, make sure that you push forward until you hear like an audible pop. That way you know these bumper tabs have locked into place. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and install your 7mm screw up here, and then we'll after that we'll get the fog lamp back in. Alright, so I concluded this with I put 1, 2, 3 of the screws back in. I just could not for the life of me get to the fourth one. It was really tough. Like I couldn't get any of my combinations on my ratchet to get it. But I got the upper one though. However, it's still, if I go to like push on it, like that's still secure. Before it was literally just by this one actually, and I could push it in easily and it was dangling. So that's how you do it. And then there were 3 grommets I had to take out. The first point was right there. The second was right, oh gosh, it's hard to even show on camera. There's 2 more here to take the lamp out, but then just plug the lamp itself back in, and then that's it. That's how you change out the bezel on this. It is quite a tedious job, but you don't have to pull the bumper off. But I hope this video helps you guys out, and if you like the rest of my videos, feel free to subscribe, and if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. Have a good one, guys.